And hello to all my Pisces friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for November 2022. Now today they've dialed up for my great Pisces a Celtic cross spread. It is a great spread for general readings because it looks a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future, but it focuses the most on what is going on right now here smack dab in November. It's also the only spread that I do that devotes a card, a position actually to the environment. So there's something around you in the month of November that is very important that they want to discuss or let you know or bring awareness to. They've also asked that I conclude your reading with a very interesting spread called Telling Time. Now this is a window of opportunity. Usually it's in the future, something they want you to basically, they're giving you a date. Giving you a window. I basically wrap about a week around it, so there's a week in the future that is very important for a reason we don't know yet, but we're going to dive into it and figure it out. Also going to conclude your reading with the runestone, so interesting things lie ahead, Pisces. Can't wait to read for you. The cards are ready to roll. We're ready to get going right now. I'm going to bring you in right now so you can watch. And we are on and recording. What I'm doing now, guys, these are my ritual cuts. Basically cuts each deck into thirds. We put them back together in a separate order, and that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot, and it's the same procedure for personal private readings. So it's just like you're here with me now. Everything is fresh, live, and on camera for the first time. So here we go with the Celtic cross. Now this Celtic cross does get a little tall, and my camera is kind of a wide angle, so it's usually hard to fit in frame, so I will move it around as I need to. But here we go with the Celtic cross. This is you and all that you are. This is what crosses you. This is what's behind you, the recent past, and this is what's in front of you, the near future. This is what's above you, something probably off the screen, but something that you're aware of, and this is what's below you, something that you are not aware of. There's your main cross. If it's in view, we'll move it. If it's not. And then we got running up the sides the rest of the Celtic cross with number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. I'm going to bend in for the final outcome. Now it's a matter of checking the inverts as well as getting the rest of my cards together. We have 4, 5, 6 blocked. It's not enough to matter. Nope, we're going to run it just like that. Now I do need to get a couple extra cards just to make sure we're not talking about people. Is this a person? No. Is this a person? Yes, got a person up here, up top. I know it's out of view, we'll get it in a sec. And then I just need, one more person over here. Is this a person? No, it's not, okay. So we're using the energy definitions for most of those cards, which is fine. And then I just need Oracle Angel cards for the rest of my major Arcana cards, kind of your big themes, which is your core one here at the very beginning. Slide that one in there. Here, in the past, needs one. The future position also needs one. And number 9 needs one. Besides that, we are ready to go, guys. Now it's just a matter of showing you on the screen. So let's do the camera work. See how we look. Okay, so you can see the bottom very clearly. Here's your main cross right here. This is the top position in view. Yeah, mostly. It's a Knight of Swords inverted. And you can see the left and the right quite clearly too. Let's move over to the sides. Number 7 right here. Number 8. Number 9 with the Oracle card, if I can pan that way. There we go. All in view. And then number 10, final outcome card, will be right here with the 5 of Swords. Let's get started, Pisces. All right, time to go. Okay, Pisces, here we go, November. See what we got for you. Just making some room here, fanning out a little bit. Let me see it clearly as I can. Okay. So to start at the very beginning, Pisces, we start with the Judgment card. This is making a decision, blowing a horn on something, blowing the horn. So a lot of my Pisces have already made major decisions here moving into November. And if you have not yet, the likelihood is that there is a decision that needs to be made. You guys got to get on the ball with this here, unless you've already done it. If you've already done it, 2 thumbs up, you're good to go. Otherwise, they're saying, hey, you got to really figure something out here. You got to blow the horn. You got to make a decision. There's a major decision that needs to be made right here, right now, like early November, like really yesterday or last week. So what they show next is the Passion card. That's my Oracle Angel. It's a big theme, so they brought in an angel card with that. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So more than likely, this major decision affects most people in the corner of work or in the corner of love/family. That is what the decision usually is about in this setup. Now, they do bring in passion. The word passion is a key. We want to trigger on that and focus on that a little bit, bring awareness to it, is that they want you to do what you care about very deeply, whether it's with the family, whether it's at work. So it's just something to consider, especially if you're at a crossroad and trying to figure this kind of stuff out. Do what you're passionate about, okay? Trust and follow that. Now, as we move into, the card that crosses you is the Eight of Swords inverted. So what they show is there's more freedom starting to kind of envelope here or be released. We have the stuff that used to hold you down, not holding you down so much in November. We got a lot more mobility, a lot more freedom for my Pisces. I view that as a good thing. As long as you do something productive with your freedom and with your time and your energy, wonderful things to see. Now, that's basically the things that used to hold you down, even if it was just all mental, because that is a sort of suit of swords, tongue twister there, suit of swords, and swords are the mental suit, the kind of the completely cerebral suit in tarot. So this could be about something that's not even real. This is just getting more freedom in your own mind. Maybe you feel like, a weight's been lifted off your shoulders, or you have less responsibility, or, it could be real, could be not real. So that's where we start your month, Pisces. Now, as we move back into the past, this is the recent past. They show here higher learning, or the window of knowledge being completely open to you. So you guys are seeing everything clearly, and it's relevant because the information is moving through into November from the past. So whatever you've learned recently, or even if it's higher learning, like going to college classes or taking some kind of certification for work or whatever it is for you specifically, good time to remind you this is a general reading. So the context of what these messages mean for you is huge toward understanding what they're trying to tell you. So we have higher learning, or just windows of opportunity or windows of truth being revealed to you recently in the past, and it's relevant moving forward. Now, they show also clairaudience, so a lot of you may have actually heard these things from other people getting this information. For example, like if you hear so-and-so has become single now, maybe they'd be a good match for you. Or if you've heard, so-and-so person is actually like a player and they're not a good match for you, that would be the kind of stuff that you're hearing about here with this window being open to you, to the truth. So clairaudience is not just actually hearing things, but this could be your mind's ear too. So in your head, just hearing things quietly to yourself, whisper in your ear, so to speak, divine guidance basically pushing you in a direction. So they want you to notice that, not just from the side of spirit, from that side of the veil, but from this one too. Things that you've heard that they want you to remember carrying into your future with. And this is why, because in the future there is some toxicity. So Pisces, you're going to be running into either some toxic people or some situations that are a little bit rough, toxic here, and you need to be on the up and up. You need to do things the right way. Don't get sucked into this, cutting corners stuff. That's basically what they show, because this is doing things the right way. Also taking care of your people. Don't neglect anybody you take care of. All that stuff pops up here, and they show gifts from God with the angel oracle card. So they're basically saying that they're bringing you gifts, and you just have to believe it to achieve it. You have to open your arms to receive it. Okay, so that's kind of like future tense. It's basically, I look at it like, it's a good little token. It's something, a little incentive really is probably the best word for it, for getting through this toxic sludge. And like I said, it could manifest itself in your life in a bunch of different ways, whether it's people, circumstances, situations, the workplace, whatever is toxic here. You're going to have to navigate through it, and it's on its way. It's coming in soon. This reading's for November. So what is the near future to November? Maybe late November, maybe early December, maybe even early January. But they want this in your mind. They want to at least bring this up, that there is going to be some toxicity entering your life, and your job is to not let it control, is to do the right thing anyway. And you do the right thing, and you be the bigger person, and you take care of your people, and all these kind of things. So that's the future position. Now, when we move to the above position, this is letting you know something that you are aware of. And they brought in a person here. This person is usually 25 to 35 in age range because it is a knight, but it's not fine-tuned specifically to that. For example, this could be a much older person that is very has the maturity of a 25 and 35-year-old. Maybe they're very young at heart, something like that. This could also be a teenager who is very mature. So at any rate, they're bringing in an awareness of a person here that is inverted. So this person is either not feeling something, or they're a little off, or they're on a delay if they're coming to see you or if they're coming to visit. This is very hard to pinpoint in a general reading. It's one of the things that I don't like reading people cards in general readings, because I don't have you here to ask, well, who is this person? And what are they coming up here for? Because if you were here to do that, we could figure this out, within a matter of seconds. But in a general, I have to speculate across the whole, board of what this could possibly be. Very hard to do. But anyway, the important thing that you need to know is that we have a younger vibration person coming in here. They're saying you're aware of it, but you're not. And I think you're actually aware that they're kind of upside down too. So maybe they're sad, depressed, upset about something. I'm not sure how that's relevant, but this is the spread they wanted to do for you. This is the position they wanted to talk about it. So that information is for you. Let's move into the bottom position, because this is one of my favorites in tarot, in the Celtic cross specifically, because the bottom position talks about something that you're not aware of, something you don't know. So they're telling you something brand new here for the first time. And here we bring an inaction with the love corner. So actually, like, less is more here in November. They don't want you doing anything drastic with the family, with your love life. So it's like if you were, let's say you're single and you're thinking about, well, maybe I'm going to start dating soon, or maybe I'll join a couple sites, maybe I'll go out, bowling or wherever I'd like to meet some people that are also single at. Here, Spirit is saying, hey, hold on. November, not looking so good. They're looking down the path here, and they're seeing that November here is, they're showing inaction with love. And that's for a reason. They don't want you to make bad decisions. They don't want you to get with people that are no good for you or something like that. Okay, so just the best placement here is the best advice, I guess, is to avoid. Inaction means don't do it. So don't do anything with the love corner, as that's a drastic change. If you're just doing your normal everyday stuff, your normal stuff with the family, let's say you had a vacation plan with the family, that's fine. Go ahead and go forward with that. It's just saying I wouldn't plan anything new. Like, let's say you did not have a vacation planned. I wouldn't go and be like, hey, you know what? We're going to go next week to, Colorado. We're just going to pick up and go to the mountains. I wouldn't do that. Okay, so that's still love corner stuff, because the love corner is a big place. It's not just your love and relationships, because what if you're single? You still have a love corner. So they talk about here anybody that's close to your heart. Even close friends can come in here. Even pets, they can be talking about here. So that's what we show. We have an inaction in the love corner. So it's letting you know kind of steps back, withdrawing, holding back a little bit here. Now, before I get into your running up the sides, I do want to talk about the moon cycles, because that's going to be relevant to a few of these themes. And I like to give you the moon cycle forecast every single month so you know what's coming anyway. The first thing that comes in is actually the full moon. That's November 8th. And that is the best time to get anything out of your life that you don't want there anymore. And it does not matter what it is. If it's people, if it's things, you got to sell something, you got to donate something, you got to finish up an old project, kick a bad habit, emotional baggage that you just got to get rid of, get it off your chest, get it out of your aura, the whole shebang. Full moon energy, guys, do it early in the month. Much better place. Doesn't have to be the 8th, just anytime early. Works very, very well for full moon energy. In fact, I just used the full moon energy last month to sell a car of mine, and I was able to get more money selling it than what I bought it for a couple years ago. And I, drove it around, put a lot of miles on it, and actually it was like half broke by the time I sold it, and I still got more money for it than what I bought it for. So that's just an example of full moon energy. It doesn't matter what you're getting rid of. Now, the new moon hits on November 23rd. This is the day before Thanksgiving, and this is the best time to bring anything brand new into your life that was not there before. And again, the universe doesn't care what this is. So if you're trying to attract that new love, they did say, hold up on that a little bit here, but let's just say you're trying to attract new finances, okay? Everybody's trying to get a little richer here, put some more money in your pocket. Say you're trying to attract something new with work, new business, new enterprise, starting a new diet, starting a new exercise program. Well, all this stuff is better placed at the end of November, guys. Do it around there. It'll, the momentum will make it stick much easier. Now, of course, a new diet or a new exercise program would be very badly placed the day before Thanksgiving. Please do not do that to yourself. You deserve to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner with your family and your loved ones. So, do it the day after. Do it Black Friday. Do it, enjoy the whole weekend and then start it on Monday. So, time is fluid here, and that's why, I kind of wrap about a 10-day window around these. Now, if any of this has confused you at all, or you just like a little graphic aid, a little illustration, I put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. It is free and it is on my website, scottsagent.com. It is parked under my videos tab, and you go to the bottom of my videos page and you can check out that moon cycle cheat sheet. It shows you how these energies move in and out, and more importantly, how you can use them to implement positive change into your life and to make things go just a little bit smoother. Also, while you're at the website, make sure you're signed up for that newsletter program. That's at the very bottom of every single page, and that is highly important because of a couple of reasons. One, my newsletter people, I take great care of them. I only send one newsletter email a month. It's just for updates, promo codes, save them money on readings, and secondary reason is they get a couple free things every single year just by being part of the group. In fact, right here in November, they all got a free mini reading if they so chose. So I do that kind of stuff a couple times a year, so it's a no-brainer to sign up for because it's free. So make sure you're signed up for the newsletter program too, and you will never miss any of the good stuff ever again because we're always doing fun stuff here. And speaking of fun stuff, make sure you follow the Facebook page too because I do giveaways also on Facebook. So fun stuff all the time, guys. Let's move forward with number 7. 7 is your advice column. Now this is advice for a message coming in late in the month, okay? And this is going to be a love correspondence. So what is a love correspondence? It's anything that is like a message, basically it's my messenger in tarot, about love. So this could be like a notification about a family member. This could be actually them contacting you. This could actually be, your brother saying, hey, giving you news. It doesn't really say specifically what this news is, but it's a correspondence. So somebody in your close group is going to reach out to you or have something very relevant to tell you later in November. Now, this coming up in the advice column is going to be very important because that's why they're basically calling attention to this. They don't want you to miss it. So whatever it is, it's very important news, or it's going to dictate a part of your path that Spirit's looking ahead down the line and seeing, hey, you know what? They cannot miss this phone call. This is very important. So anyway, long story short, we just want your eyes open so you find it when it hits. And like I said, late November. So this is probably like closer to the holiday, truthfully. As we move up from there, let's hit number 8. Number 8 is your environmental card. Now here they just talk about like stagnated growth or growth that is just not really, maybe it doesn't feel like it's happening right now. And this is just slow growth. There is still growth here, but being an environmental card, be aware of the people you surround yourself with. Be aware of the environment you surround yourself with. If, for example, if you like to work remotely, from work, maybe working on the beach at a beach bar, getting drinks and, enjoying yourself sounds fun, but maybe it's very bad productivity for work. So keep the environment in control. Be aware of your environment, but at the same time, a very peaceful environment may be good. So maybe, doing some work at like a coffee shop would be a very good environment for you to do such things. Another example of that is like if you're into a specific hobby, like let me give you an example of like being an artist or being a cartoonist or something like that. Being around people who do the same thing, it's highly creative. It's very boosting for morale, and the creativity juices really get flowing, and that kind of stuff is good. So that's your environment too. So surround yourself with what you're trying to do or the people you're trying to be like. Very big push because we can get more growth there. There is growth the way that you have it now, but this can be accelerated. You can improve this, and November is an opportunity to do such things. Now, before I get into number 9 and number 10, I got to tell you about the brand new product on both the website and my services. First, let's talk about the services because this has been a thing lately that has been coming through the veil. The veil's been very thin lately. I've got all kinds of messages from heaven. Hello from heaven is like happening almost in all my readings nowadays. And we just released, because of that, and plus the fact that people are demanding this kind of stuff. In my full service readings, my 30 and my 60 minute, almost every single one that I do, people ask about messages from heaven. They ask if they can, contact a deceased loved one of theirs or get a message, see if they have anything to say to them. Do they got anything to tell me? That's all I want to know. Are they doing okay? It's all I want to know. That happens to me all the time. So I've decided to put together a messages from heaven mini product to attain these goals. That, if this is something that you want to do, but you don't want a whole reading, for example, like this is the only thing you're looking to do, now you can do that. It is a mini product. It is a standalone product, Messages from Heaven. I've been doing it a very long time, very successfully, have a whole bunch of testimonials about such things. And, I put together a promo video for this too. I'm going to link that in the YouTube description there. I'm also going to link it on my website under the description of the product. So Messages from Heaven just released right now as a standalone product. You can do an audio reading, which means you don't even have to be there for it. I just record it for you, get the information beforehand, pull the energy from your birth date. It's all possible. And then the other option is a video conference if you like, face-to-face, like a Zoom or something like that. So lots of options with that Messages from Heaven. You guys will love it. Make sure to check that out, scottsagent.com. The other thing I have to tell you about is the brand new products in the shop, the spiritual shop, getting bigger by one product every single month. I'm adding one thing. This month we're adding t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, upper body apparel. Now this is wonderful stuff, guys. 2 different designs, a bunch of different colors, a lot more than what are flipping on your screen. I'm kind of put together a little slideshow for you here, but it's limited. There are many more colors and many more options than are listed here. Just giving you a taste of what there is here. We got 2 great designs going on that are both available right now. There's going to be 2 more next month. So we're just kind of getting you all pretty and looking right, by the holidays. These 2 products are the first ones too that are not fulfilled by me. All the rest of the products in the shop, the Scott Sagent Sage Soap, the Sunflower Potpourri, the Sunflower Mister, all those great products are fulfilled by me myself. These t-shirts are not. These t-shirts are third party. A group called Bonfire takes care of them. When I signed on with them, the reason I signed on with them is they do a great job. They take care of the shipping for you. They take care of refunds. So basically, everything's going to be connected through my website. You can do the shopping on my website, and then you just go there to pay for it and take care of it. Pick out your size, pick out your color, and you're good to go. So make sure you check out both of those, and all that stuff that I talked about makes great gifts moving into Christmas. You guys will love those shirts and that apparel. Let's move into number 9, guys. Number 9, moving up the chart. This is Hopes and Fears, and of course, this is a hope, and this came in for another sign. Which one was it? Let me try to figure that out real quick. I believe it was Leo. I could be wrong about that, but I believe this was the same exact card that Leo had. It's the star card in the same position that Leo had. So you guys may be very connected to Leos in ways that you don't understand this month, or that may be something you might want to just, I don't want to say, only, let's say you're single, right, and you want to change that. I wouldn't say only go after Leos, but, if you see a Leo that, crosses your path, you might want to take an extra look at it is all I'm saying. So anyway, long story short, this is wish fulfillment card. It's a good wish to have. At the same time, it's also very empowering toward free will. It's less about momentum. This is less about stuff that is coming to you. This is, not fate-driven stuff. This is your day-to-day choices. So hoping for something is a very good mentality to have, but remember, you have to do the work too. Going back to that example of finding a good love partner, for example, they're more than likely not going to come on your door. You got to go to places that they are. You got to, join a site to put yourself out there. So once, you do half the work, the universe will meet you halfway. And that's what this shows. They show that you already know what to do too in my Oracle Angel card too. So basically just trust yourself, trust your gut, trust your intuition. You know what to do. So I don't have to tell you what to do. You guys are good. Let's move up to number 10, guys. 10th spot. We end the month with a little bit of turbulence. Okay, this is the 5 of Swords. Now, this is my War and Chaos card, War and Battle, and it's letting you know that, there are winners and losers in war. Nobody is ever like 100% perfect. Oh, no casualties at all. This is, ups and downs. This is battles, and, it's about winning the battle. It's not about winning the war. It's about winning one battle and then winning the next little battle and then the next little battle. And before you know it, you've won the war. And that's kind of what presents itself later in your November. So it does get a little turbulent, but that has a purpose too. Even when the hurricane and the tornadoes come through, they destroy a lot of stuff. It's very destructive, but that force promotes growth. Going back to growth in your environment, that destructive force ends up uprooting trees and getting rid of dead limbs, dead leaves, and then new growth can move in. So that's kind of how your month wraps up, and it's also letting you know so that you're not just like blown, completely taken off guard when things start getting a little choppy. And when it does, just remember what you got to do. You got to win this battle, then you got to win this battle, and you just day to day. We go back to the card before that, the day-to-day struggles, the day-to-day stuff. Not about fate, more about your choices. Now let's hit the runestone, guys. Runestone are already mixed up, but One more quick little swirl. And here we go. Runestone for Pisces for the month of November is this guy right here. So this runestone, Pisces, is possessions. We have possessions right here, here. I don't know what's blocked on the camera, what's not, but we got a couple of kind of upward Fs. Possessions. So they want you to pay attention to something that you own, whether it's something you need to pick up and like buy, or whether it's a possession that you need and something you need to get rid of. And that you can align very easily to those moon cycles once you figure out which way they're going with that for you. So possessions, they want to pay attention to your possessions. I can't really attach that to anything in here because that's going to be completely subjective based on the context of what you have going on. So please pay attention to possessions and try to figure out where they're going with that for you so you can just move things a little smoother here. So there we go with possessions. Next up is telling time, guys. I do need to reshuffle. I used a lot of cards, so I'm going to cut away while I do that so you don't get bored watching me shuffle. So I will be right back. Okay, Pisces, I am back. The cards have been reshuffled, ready to go here. Ritual cut one more time, and we're ready for your telling time. Telling time is done in different rounds. Now, the first round is the most important. This is a date that you cannot miss at all. You know, this is like hugely a priority if a date comes up this round. It may or may not. Let's see what we got though. It's a round of 12. Halfway through, so far no dates. Second round. Okay, so we have no dates right there. So this is a little bit more fluid as far as, you know, there is more time wrapped around this where it's not, you know, hugely important as far as vital that you cannot miss, but it's still important. So this second round is going to indicate that if we have an ace. And if we do not, which we still don't, hold on, let's not speak too soon. Okay, we still have no date. So this third round is basically moving backwards in time. So Spirit wants to bring in something that has already happened to you that they want to bring up and be like, hey, you remember when this happened, this date? It's for a reason. So let's see what they got. Let's see what our dates say. There it is. The very last card is where the date came from. I need to tack on time to it. There goes 1, 2, 3. And then I need to see what is that about. And an angel. Okay, guys, I'm going to do some math real quick. I got to add this all up and calculate it. So I'm going to cut away one last time and I'll be right back. Okay, Pisces, I am back one last time. I have everything figured out here. Now, this is a very interesting telling time. It's very specific and it's going back in the past, which is something that it usually doesn't do. But there is something that happened in early August. For a lot of my Pisces, this may not be all about you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. We have a lot of Pisces energy here. If you're looking for personal private messages specific to you, I do offer a bunch of those on my website, a bunch of different services, from small all the way to full service, scottsagent.com. So August, very early August. This could have been like late July, but I feel like it was more early August. Something happened for a lot of my Pisces this last August where you got some more freedom and mobility going on. And not just that, but it brings up the outdoors. So it feels like something that you guys did, whether it's go camping, get out into nature, go on a cruise, something that just made you feel free. Maybe it was even like a motorcycle ride or, you know, going to a fair or a festival or something like that. That's what they're bringing up. Now, why are they bringing it up? Because there's a way that you felt there or something that triggered you. Maybe you had inspiration toward an idea, a business idea. Maybe, you know, who's to say? It could be a bunch of different things, but that is what is coming up. So we have the freedom. It's about the freedom aspect and it's about the outdoors. So getting out into nature, some fresh air, relieving stress, new ideas, all that stuff comes up with what happened last August for a lot of my Pisces. And that's what they want you to draw your current month inspiration from, or maybe even to repeat it. So if it was like an event, something that you went to do, maybe go do it again. Maybe it was just something like going to see a really great movie in the movie theater. Well, go do it again in November. There, you know, it's good for your soul. Whatever this was had a deeper impact than most signs. And that is why they are triggering you back to August. So very interesting with the telling time, guys. We've been through it all. That is your entire reading, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. Have a great November and happy Thanksgiving.